let's assume as part of your survival you're making your way to a cabin or something and you have to cross some open water. Could we have the blackboard please, Limpet? So there's your best route is up through here, and you've got to cross this open water and then make your way up to a cabin or some safe place up there. This is still water, but it's deep. It may be a river, it may be a lake or whatever, but you think you can swim across it, so that's good. But how are you going to keep warm? You've got a long way to go after that. How are you going to keep warm? Well, you take all your clothes off when you get to this point here. You put your waterproofs on. You put all your clothes into a dry stow bag. A dry stow bag, right? My son gave me this one and I use it so much. You can carry it, it's very good. You can get some that are like a rucksack. I don't have one, but there's various ones. And what happens is, this is a nice big one, this one, and it goes inside my rucksack. And what you do is, obviously it's like a big plastic bag, and you fold the top over several times, right? Top over, clip it off like that, and you've got yourself a dry bag. Now you could swim across there with your dry bag, but if you've got a Bergen and the dry bag's inside and you've got some other kit, you can put your shoes and everything, put a ground sheet out on the ground, put everything in the ground sheet and your Bergen, you put your waterproofs on but your clothes are dry, and then you swim across. Then anything that will help to keep you afloat is good, and as I've said it so many times now, those old wine bags are so useful. We've arrived at open water. You wouldn't swim with that on your back, and as you can see the conditions aren't very nice for doing anything, which is one reason why I'm doing it today. There's the dry stow bag, and I brought a few wine bags. They're empty, really light. So what you've got to do now is take all your clothes off, right, and keep your waterproofs on once you've taken your clothes off. I'm going to do this straight away because it really is raining. Your ground sheet, or even your poncho with the hood tied up, of course. The first thing you're going to want when you get to the other side probably is a towel to dry yourself off. You don't want to get too cold and wet if you can help it. So, fold your dry stow bag up properly. For extra buoyancy, although you shouldn't necessarily need it, I'm going to blow up some of these wine bags. See? And I'm going to put that in there as well, just because it will obviously help. But you can do it without wine bags if you haven't got any. Right. And then wrap it up so that everything comes to the top. Okay, so you've tied it all up in your bag. Now, I'm not a brilliant swimmer, so I'm going to blow this one up. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to stuff it inside my jacket because it will give me extra buoyancy, which obviously gives you a bit more confidence if you get out there and things start to go a bit funny. See, that's floating quite well. Yeah? Am I going to go for that? Don't really want to. Not a very nice day. And then you get to the other side and you've got to get out somehow. It's cold. But then it's November. Well, you get the idea. Oh, I forgot to put my hat on. But I'm trying to record this in the rain, so I have to consider the camera. Okay, I'm pretty cold and wet now, so I got to undress from this stuff, put my dry clothes on, and then make my way on. I would like to have filmed that coming from the other side and everything, but today, with this weather as it is, it's just not the thing to do. Okay, under my ground sheet. Rucksack's got a little bit wet, but it's not completely wet, but it won't sink anyway. And of course everything's in a dry stow bag. And now if you'll excuse me, I shall dig for my dry clothes. You know, so it's always harder to get dressed when you're wet. Of course the other thing you could do is have your kit bag inside a dry stow bag, and then you wouldn't need to tie it in the ground sheet. But I'm just demonstrating that if you didn't have a dry stow bag, you could use a ground sheet. Something I forgot in the demonstration was to have a hat on, obviously for extra warmth, and your head's out of the water. Of course you don't necessarily have to wear waterproofs, it just depends on the situation. The idea is to keep you as warm as possible, and obviously when you get to the other side, if it's still raining and you've just got your waterproof soaking wet, that's not going to help. But you've got a jacket, you put your waterproofs over the top of the jacket and eventually they'll dry out. The whole idea is to just keep you warm. Please don't try this if it's going to put you in any danger. If it's a real survival situation, that's an entirely different matter. God bless you, each one.